from these Nongshim fights and dealing damage. It's kind of tricky though, because the way Ezreal scales into the late game is a lot of damage, but sometimes if your front line gets wrecked before a Shen game, it would be such a quintessential Nongshim. Oh boy.
Alex gonna get flashed on here. There's the Flag and Dragon. First blood goes to Cuz, and that was level 4.
So it's weakest. But yeah, pretty rough start here for the lanes for Nongshim, and see if they can fight for grubs. As Perfect is going to hit level 6.
The Rolster coaster in that case.
Is this going to be favorable here? Kingan's pretty low on mana. TP commitment from Perfect behind.
Yeah, so Kingan is going to try to stealth away, but he doesn't have very much of the blue stuff. Equalizer goes down, and well, we'll just go from there.
And this is now, grub fight here potentially.
One of them does go over. Lahen's already taking a little bit of damage here. Is the Deadly Flourish not exactly deadly, but Gideon should still be able to get 2 of these to even out the trade of objectives thus far in this game. First blood, of course, already going over to KT, so they do have that little advantage there. And the gold isn't exactly nothing in a 1,000 gold lead here for KT. Still, Nongshim absolutely fine and do want to hit level 6. As there's the Between Worlds, and now it's Perfect that has to try and dodge out of the way of everything, and we'll be able to, oh, never mind. Won't be able to do so.
Yeah, didn't have his Equalizer back yet. I think with what they have, just in the straight up 4v4 here, it is enough. They're very cautious. They want to try to perhaps catch or bait Calyx into a bad situation here first.
He's going to find the taunt onto BDD though, and there's the flash in from Gideon. BDD flashing away. Let's see whether he can keep himself alive. As Nongshim looking to catch up to him, and he gets interrupted. The bullets were flying through. There was no way he was making it out of that one. So Nongshim, good little pick off here, and another kill is going to mean that they can potentially get some skirmishes to work out. As the Equalizer will go down just to clear out the wave.
Cannon.
Oh dear. Well, he is going to be able to turn down the cannon. The Weeding does come through, but they've held the wave. Between Worlds comes on down, and down goes the Rumble as well. It's all too easy here.
There's just too many members there, even though he kills the wave.
All right, it's KT's turn. Let's see whether Calyx will be able to survive this one. There's the Pulverize. He's pretty tanky, but BDD does a fair bit of damage. There's the Unbreakable Will, and Peter will flash away to make sure that that one does work out. As, okay, Gio going to call the curtains, and Docdom is just going to take some pot shots, unable to get past the minion there.
And like the Grubs, I think KT probably just have to opt out.
I mean, there's no Cyclone, no Between Worlds, and no Curtain Call, so it could have theoretically been an opportunity, but without Cataclysm and without Cuz, most important here first, BDD on the angle, can actually get himself in there with a Realm Warp, but his health bar isn't exactly the highest, as Kingan finds an angle towards Cuz. He might be able to get in and make this one a 50-50 as the Equalizer comes down much better this time, as the Aurora is just picked off, and Gio is frontlining for some reason. There is the soul point, but they take down Docdom, but the real carry is BDD, and he's doing so much work. Gideon is going to get slammed down by the Cataclysm, and KT finding themselves the team fight win. An aggressive flash will get a response out of Calyx the same way, and Lahen's just running for the hills.
There's just no confidence with the play of Nongshim here in this, and KT just sees the opportunity. They're like, okay, well, we're going to strike first. And it was just a really great call there. They end up getting the Dragon as well. Perfect stands on top of it with his Q running, and Cuz is like, all right, we can time this together, get the secure, take the Dragon out, get that insta-kill as well at the beginning of the fight. And goodbye Kingan, goodbye Dragon, and now Soul Point as KT rolls.
But that Otacon was not going down quickly. They did not want to risk it. As all right, Between Worlds there for Kingan, but the Pulverize is going to protect Docdom this time. Peter now just standing in front. Equalizer's relatively good, but Docdom gets stunned up. The barrier shouldn't be enough. Gideon still going to melt, but it is a 2-for-1, 3-for-1 trade, and Nongshim back in the game.
King is tired of waiting, man. He's going to make something happen in this game. He tried to do it on the last Dragon fight. Does it here. Cuz on the wraparound looking for a potential steal here with BDD. Where they could actually turn this into a fight. Like, this absolutely could be a disaster here for Nongshim if they don't play it well.
I mean, it's 2 versus 4. Surely not.
They know. Kingan is 100% aware.
Yeah, Kingan is just going to bounce over. And Cuz has just backed away, I'm pretty sure. I mean, we don't have vision. Nongshim, they think that they have an idea. There's the flag. Pings are going to come on through there for Nongshim, but down to 2,000. And there it is. The Otacon will be secured.
My God.
That was, okay, still trying to go for it here as Lehens will get taken down. Cuz holding them in the Cataclysm. Another knocker.
What the hell is this?
That is Chovy is insane.
What the hell was
for him.
Yeah, oh my God. This was a really decisive fight for Nongshim. Very smartly played by.
Wait. And now they just get another one as Gideon is dead.
Cuz, by the way,
this is the new way to use Otacon.
Yeah, so Cuz had Cleaver for that last fight.
BDD and Cuz had it just hard committed. Maybe they could have found it, as Cuz is going to be able to take his red buff, but now Gideon looking to try and find some revenge, and Cuz will get shut down. Massive amounts of money over to Gideon. It's Cuz turns those 2 cloth armors into a GA. Man, he was sitting on an entire bank.
Yeah, no, it's actually crazy. Like,
yeah,
I don't know if we've seen a Jarvan get this big before. Like, I don't know if this is ever...
But BDD, despite all that, his Rod of Ages kicked in. He's got a Void Staff. I mean, this Ryze doesn't have any kills, but he has the money, and he has the levels.
And the Infernal Soul. It's just very scary.
Yeah. Cuz also has 0 fear. Steadfast Presence is going to be there, but it may not be there every time, as Kingen is just burning down to Peanut. Peanut? Perfect. Another one starts with P. Peanut, of course, was playing a few days ago.
Well, when you got Peter in the game as well, it just starts...
There's a lot of Ps, aren't there?
A lot of PEs.
Yeah.
I loved PE in school. It was great.
You're a PE fan?
Yeah, I did enjoy.
And he can make things very annoying with that Steadfast Presence, denying the Jarvan engage. That's why they are sitting on top of him. Calyx is a little separated from the rest of his team. Thankfully can rush phasefully to try and get himself out of here.
Calyx handled that situation really well.
He did.
Nongshim kind of split now, though. Cuz looking for the angle.
Yep, Deadly Flourish going to connect there onto Peter, but he just holds on. There's the Cataclysm, and boom goes the Jin. I didn't even get to number 4 there at all, as the Realm Warp is going to deliver BDD. Out he goes, but they've got enough DPS still here. And yeah, he didn't go far enough. Gideon going to get taken down by the Ryze on his way back through, and KT should be able to lock up the Elder.
Yeah, and with the Elder, probably just fight win plus Elder, and now Baron.
Yeah, Kingen, of course, does have a fair bit of wave clear as well, so it can make things a bit annoying without Baron. But with Baron, the Aurora certainly not going to be enough, and even if the push doesn't end the game, they'll have so much money that it should just be a done deal anyway. I am still kind of blown away by the use of the Otacon there.
Yeah.
And of course, it's not something that's very replicatable. Like, you know how, like, I don't know, you're watching a TFT tournament, for example, and you're like, I just want to do that build, but often it's based on the augments that you get, items that you get. You can't hard force every time. So this does require a 4-0 Jarvan, but if you ever get into that spot, you just allow Otacon to tank them for a while and then kill them all, I guess. And use it as a bait strategy to lock down Soul.
How bad of a game 2/3 does Cuz have to not get palm? Like, I don't know. I think he's already got it locked up.
We were saying that yesterday as well, but Showmaker still got it. So I have no idea what is necessary to get a game 1 performance POM.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's already got it for me. Like, I think he gets it even if Nongshim wins the series.
Oh, wait, actually, junglers can do it, can't they? Because Lucid managed to do it from the Xin Zhao game. So maybe there's hope. Realm Warp,
cowardly Realm Warp.
Get them to the bottom side of the map. They've got some minions here as well that they get to bring with them.
They're just running circles around Nongshim. It's not fair.
Yeah, it's not fair when... Okay, well, there is a little bit of fairness injected. Never mind.
That's a Realm bump.
Yeah, Cuz is like walking away. He's like, why am I walking away? Yes, there's 3 less people here with me, but I'm worth about 7, I guess.
I mean, that ult from Lens bought a few seconds off the Elder, and that's what they're looking for. Redemption.
There's still 30 more of those, as in goes Peter looking for an angle. The Equalizer will just zone them away from this turret, because he doesn't care about that. Cataclysm comes down, the Dragon eats the Poppy. The Alistair will go down, but there's a GA on this Jarvan, and BDD is just launching fireballs at Nongshim. And it will be perfect. It locks down the kill onto the Galio. Doctom taking a couple of pot shots, but BDD, he's happy to tank this one up. Doctom not so much, but that is the last shot. And down they will go. All of the Dragons are just attacking Nongshim here as BDD goes golden even to make sure that he isn't going to die. And the Nexus will follow suit. KT, an absolute shellacking in.
He's playing Kai'Sa for some reason. Sivir, I don't know about that.
I mean, Supercharger is actually very valuable.
Yeah.
If you do get dove on, you have a lot of extra mana.
Just super ahead.
Yeah, might have also even been a case where he didn't need to flash. He just wanted to make sure that he was as safe as possible as another Paranoid comes in. The three-man shockwave is beautiful this time, and they will be able to take down Cuz, and there goes Dom. What an absolute slaughter here by Nongshim, and this is what the comp's supposed to do.
I'm gonna need a little bit more information on how that one all went down, but it looks like Nongshim had prio, had choke point control, and just press the combo. So there you go.
If you see, there are no more R buttons left for Nongshim. So what happened was
a lot of moments like this, KT were like, I'm not gonna mess with that fight. This time they messed with it, and they found out. So simple this comp. We mentioned it, like Nongshim, you cannot mess this up, and they did not. When they had that huge angle, Zeus is isolated.
Yeah, well, he's just going to get quickness, popped up into the sky 16 times, and the Void Seeker will kill him. There was no way out of that, and I'm not entirely sure what the plan was. Now Lehens is going to be the one caught out of position. Gideon spell shields the stun, but he doesn't spell shield the bear. As BD is going to be able to get another one. Preps it with that Incinerate. Wind becomes lightning there from Cuz as the Shockwave coming through. Doesn't find the same value this time, as Nongshim are all split up. Lehens did manage to get out of the way of Perfect, which is kind of crazy, but there is the killer instinct from Dom, and they are angry about what happened before. A bit of an awkward spot there for Dom now in between the turrets, and Kingin, he's just going to say, well, I've got my teleport, but I don't think I'm helping anything here, and finally Perfect locks down the kill onto the tree.
Kingin's expression when we had the redraft in game one, I feel like is minus that one smile we saw, has kind of been permanent on his face today, man. He's trying to do things. He's like, you guys are losing over there. You guys are completely out of position. I'm just going to side lane. I don't know. Kind of done with this series. He had TP, but he was certainly not going to press it. And that's just I don't know what that was.
We're going to go subpar. That's what we're going to look at there. As a teleport in here from Perfect, looking for the flank angle as Cuz makes his way in first. This dragon down very low as there's the paranoia out. Cuz gets into the pit though and just steals it away. The flash out as well. It's highway robbery here by KT. But can Nongshim punish? That's the question, and the answer's looking a little bit like no, as the bear is picked up by the shockwave, but Perfect dives into the backline. There's no follow-up here as Dom, his killer instinct comes in, and it's working out real well. Can KT actually lock down any kills though? That's the question, because this time there is a Gwen here, and the ricochets are starting to hurt. The tree is going to burn down as Cuz goes in yet again. The Void Seeker comes down. Chiu oversteps one more time, but Kingin does, never mind, he does as well. And Perfect has shields for years. And
so
that's
close.
an ace.
So close for Nongshim there. Once again, and it starts to feel like this series is going to be a 2-0 in Nongshim's as well.
As KT fans looking anxious as usual. That is just kind of how you wake up as, okay, in goes Peter. He'll find some quickness value as he tries to get himself out. Calyx going to be the first one to go down, but the Annie will follow suit. But now it's Perfect's time to shine. Dom set up for Lehen's going to be the next one. It's a triple once again for the man wielding the Uzi skin, and the ace comes on through.
It is kind of at the height of summer. It is at the end of the season. We saw this right before Road to MSI. Like, man, this team is good. They beat T1.
It's barely even a thing that's really worth talking about, because he is just so far ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he could have built like a Magi's, and we would have been like, oh wow, yeah, he built Magi's. It's great.
All right, one more fight, Nongshim. One more combo. That's all you got. Your last chance to win a series in Legend Group.
Yep,
one more chance.
And Gideon, he's gonna need to win this Smite fight, but the Gwen is dead already as Lehen's caught on the back end of the fight. Perfect will be able to lock him down, and he's got a Kai'Sa in his back pocket as well. As, yeah, Nongshim, they are not going to be contesting this one. So even if they do survive this team fight, as the Void Seeker is going to connect one more time?
Can he get it?
Magnetized?
Can he get it?
Another one will land, but this time it's spell shielded.
I thought maybe he was going to thread the needle and snipe him, man.
Jonas Strong really playing with our hearts here.
I mean, after what happened to Calyx earlier too, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very large Kai'Sa. Who now has that Nationals done. He's an entire item ahead of Gio right now. As, all right, Paranoia is going to come on through as BDD just flashes over the wall into the waiting arms of Kingin. But a bear is going to be dropped on his head. The quickness holds them all in position. And of course, Dom is ready to murder everyone. It should be a triple as he's going to flash over towards Calyx, but he makes it to the brush. Gio is now facing off against so many people, and he will just die as KT think that this is set up for a Baron, and honestly, who's going to falter?
Was for team fighting necessarily in this draft because they're hoping to win fights instantly with the combo. He's not set up for success in this one. As in a late game team fight like what we just saw, if it's a closer fight, you certainly can get more done, but they are just not close fights.
Certainly not when Dr. Arm's involved, as this guy is pretty gigantic. Still, Peter does need to be careful, as these Beyblades do hurt.
Yeah, and there's a Baron here. This is the first inhib down. Top is prepped. They could just rotate over towards it. KT playing it safe. Not going to look for a dive here. They have all of their ults available. If Nongshim go in, they just counter-engage, and they're just going to sit behind these Baroned up minions and say, I dare you.
Yeah, and it's a 14,000 gold lead. Like, this game is so close to just over, as they do take down the Annie again. But once more, in goes Peter. Out he goes as well, as Dr. Arm is just destroying them. Uses his Zhonya's, keep himself alive. As, yep, he is tanking up the turret, almost dies, but he is just a little bit too rich to go down right here. As Calyx is just going to have to watch as his Nexus explodes for the second time, and KT may